Hello, and welcome to Beyond Earth News. I'm Zach, and with me as always is my friend David. What is today's video about?
Today, we're going to discuss some recent news about the SpaceX Crew-9 mission and how that date is starting to slip by due to some ongoing issues with the Boeing Starliner currently docked to the International Space Station.
All right, that sounds interesting. Let's get into it.
The Boeing Starliner Crew Flight Test, or CFT, launched on June 5th, 2024. Aboard the Starliner spacecraft named Calypso were NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams. The goal of the flight was to put the vehicle through its paces with a crew prior to certifying Starliner for full flight operations. However, things haven't gone as smoothly as Boeing and NASA would have liked. The flight saw helium leaks and thruster failures, although it was able to eventually dock to the ISS. With Starliner docked, Butch and Sonny began their stay aboard the ISS, which was supposed to last about a week.
That stay has been extended. Initially, Boeing said that they were using the opportunity of the extended stay to further test the systems on the spacecraft. They were able to fix several of the thrusters that had given them issues, and it seemed as though they were close to being able to bring Butch and Sonny home. Now, NASA seems to be looking at plans to bring the pair home on an entirely different spacecraft. That brings us to Crew-9. Crew-9 is the next crew rotation mission to the ISS. Assigned to this flight are NASA astronauts Zena Cardman, Nick Hague, Stephanie Wilson, and Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov. After months of training, the crew was nearing its launch date of August 18, but a recent announcement has changed that plan.
NASA announced at an August 7th media teleconference that the Crew-9 launch date had been pushed back to no earlier than September 24th. This slippage is due to the ongoing issues with Starliner and NASA wanting to find other ways to move forward with the spacecraft.
The International Space Station has two docking ports that are compatible with Starliner and Crew Dragon. Those docking ports are currently occupied by Starliner and the Crew-8 Crew Dragon. NASA is wanting more time in the hope that they can return Butch and Sonny on the Starliner, thus freeing up the docking port for the Crew-9 crew.
NASA has mentioned the possibility of using Crew-9 as a way to return the two astronauts without using Starliner. In such a scenario, two members of the crew would lose their seats, and the mission would launch with just two members aboard. Butch and Sonny would then have their time aboard the ISS further extended to replace the crew members of Crew-9. Butch and Sonny would then return with the two original crew members in February.
In the case of this plan going forward, Starliner would return uncrewed. This would require a software update as this particular mission hadn't been intended to return without the crew aboard. This plan would require that Crew 8 leave the station prior to the arrival of Crew 9, preventing the typical handoff between the two crews.
It should be noted that the decision to carry out this contingency plan has not actually been made yet. NASA is just planning for the possibility that Butch and Sonny would be unable to return on the Starliner. It should also be noted that it isn't clear if an uncrewed Starliner would ruin the chances of Starliner being able to continue operations. There it is. Continued issues from Starliner have caused some problems for Crew-9. Seems like Butch and Sonny might be having some problems getting back after all. Zach, what are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, first off, not a good look for Starliner.
Agree that.
At first it seemed like maybe the issues were minor, which I'm sure that's how they wanted it to seem. And maybe they still are, and this is just NASA being abundantly cautious, which isn't a bad thing. But still, it's starting to look kind of bad for Starliner and Boeing. And then, if they do have to go with the plan of sending Crew-9 up to get Sonny and Butch, I kind of feel bad for whoever loses their seats, having that mission, you're going to get to go to space, that excitement, and then having it essentially snatched from you in the last little stretch, before the launch. That would be unfortunate, sad for them. So I feel bad for whoever gets pulled off, which we don't know who that is.
Could happen.
Who is going to get the chop? So that's even more. They could be sitting there. Oh, am I going to be the one removed from the flight? Yeah, it's just not a pleasant situation for them. But that's my thoughts. Let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah, so I agree with everything you said. This is not a great situation for anybody to be in. Like you said, I do hope this is just NASA being very, very cautious and protective of the astronauts'
Mhm.
lives. Um, but things are starting to look pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they're able to get things either fixed or come up with a solid plan soon. Pushing back the date for Crew 9 and running into any potential future
Mhm.
problems with weather or anything like that could also impact things further. We certainly hope that doesn't happen,
Mhm.
but this is not looking like it's a great situation for NASA, Butch, and Sunny.
Mhm.
We'd love to hear from you guys as well. Please leave us a comment down below and let us know what your thoughts on this situation are.
All right. And you know what time it is. Please like and subscribe for more Beyond Earth news.
Thanks for watching.